resources and art. This is a resource and reentry show owned and operated by returning citizens, myself included. Black owned radio station. We got to remind y'all of these things. I like putting that stuff out there. Been in existence for over 20 years. I've been doing this for 3 years now. You know, I ain't do like no celebration. We didn't do a celebration March 29th because it's like we just putting this work in. And it add up. And one of the things, one is consistency, having some level of consistency, paying for something. Because I've noticed a lot of people don't know how to have consistency paying for stuff. You know what I mean? And we do have these situations, myself included, where you owe a little longer than you need to be owing. For me personally, you know, I feel like the people that I deal with know that it's not me running from them. They kind of know my life. But at the same time, and this wasn't even a conversation that I was going to have, but my brother right here, he said this to me more than once, like, give a motherfucker like $50, $100. I don't know what you own, but give them something to allow them to know, like, it ain't like, your shit ain't important until my shit not important no more. You feel what I'm saying? And that's usually why a person don't pay at the time they say they're going to pay, because, you know, it's like your shit is you. You got the money in your pocket. You know you owe, but you got other shit that's going on. So your shit becomes more important than the person who you owe money to. Myself included have been in this situation. That's why I never feel no type of way when people call me like, bro, you got that? Because I, you know, not necessarily forget that I owe you, but moving around, my thought process would be like, I'm going to get him, I'm going to holler, I'm going to take care of this, I'm going to take care of that, then I'm going to get him, then something else happens, then something else, then I do something else, and I got something else going on. So it's like, but at the end of the day, you owe that person. So however they coming for that, for real, is, you know, you opened up for that because you're in debt. You know what I'm saying? But being able to pay something consistently for 3 years, have a relationship with somebody for 3 years, talking about two, like, it tripped me out because I was like, damn, I really been doing this for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And he's a very patient brother. I appreciate that, though. Sometimes we got to be like that with our people. That's how I look at it. And I always come through because of that. One, because, you know, you got to pay for what you're doing. You know, it's a business going on at the same time. Like, free labor is over. Black folk for black folk, you shouldn't never want nobody, your family and nobody, to do nothing for free. Support people's shit. Don't want no bargains. If they give you a bargain or something, that's what's up. And if you doing it, just do it on the strength that you doing it for your folks. Like, I look out because I can. Make sure your shit's sturdy. You know what I'm saying? And one of the ways that we make sure our shit's sturdy is supporting it for real. Pay full price, if not more. Like, that's how we need to support each other, not the other way. The other way is kind of backwards because you're taking away from the quality of what somebody's doing. And then you put in you're attaching your relationship to it in a way that's not fair. It's really not fair. And if I got a lot of people that I fuck with heavy, then it's like, damn, because really those are the people, to be honest, those are the people that first help build you up normally. Like, if they really fuck with you, they're the people that first support you in a real way. So I just be on the tip, like, don't look for to cut costs because it's your folks. Look to give more, to show other people how much you appreciate the quality of what your folks is doing and how you really supporting them. Because if you are showing people that you're patronizing people that you fuck with like that, that's real support, because people gonna peep that. Like, the people around them, he ain't giving it to them for half price. They not expecting anything. They coming and supporting because it's good quality stuff. That's true belief in a person. That's real support to me. And allow a person to get to a point where they can give it to you for free. Help them get to that point first. You feel me? And then it's on that thing where it's like, we both know that we put in. So when if a person ever act funny about it, because that's, you know, they got us so negatively thinking all the time, having so much apprehension for our own people, so much paranoia around our own people, that we usually go into relationships expecting or talking about or even speaking into existence something negative is going to happen at some point. And we don't have to have, grab the mic, bro. We don't have to have, I personally, even going through shit with folks I don't care. I'm still moving into these situations like this is going to be a positive experience. And if it don't go that way, all right, chalk it up, move on to the next one. I think that one should be on. I think you. Is it on? You can see the green joint on there. Yeah. So, I don't want to go too far in a tangent, but 3 years consistency. You know what I'm saying? A lot of good content. You know what I'm saying? It's funny because people have told me they was on the show. I didn't remember that they were on the show, and I was like, "Oh, that's crazy." You know what I mean? Damn, I've had enough people to come on here, quality folks, like doing real things, quality as in what we do out here. So, but what I'm saying is we have to support each other in that way. We have to have that consistency with the things that we do. We have to promote that in each other. Like, that's the idea. Like, nah, man, we need to do this in a certain way. So, I feel really good about having these 3 years in. And the celebration is the fact that I got them.
You gotta celebrate though, man.
Yeah. I have, but
you ain't celebrate with the homies, man.
Nah, I didn't really do nothing for this one. This one kind of went by. I didn't say anything because it was like one of those things where it's like it's a lot of other things going on too. Not bad neither. So this is going to be that 3 years is going to cash in. It's going to pay off in the other things that I'm doing. That's simmering and bubbling and
like that 5 year
right. Oh, and it's great. It's great that I got this brother right here on the show. So before I go into what I'm about to go into and let him introduce himself, it's a good joint that I got him on here. Shout out to all my other professor friends. I love saying that to people. I got professor homies. You know what I mean? Male and female. You know what I'm saying? So first things first, vote. If you ain't vote yet, go out there and vote. Vote for Kaz Green if you're going to vote. Vote for Kaz Green. Number 18, Kaz Green. She's running for Democratic state rep in the 10th district. Progressive Democrat. I'm more of a personal person with politics. I understand politics, but I don't really get into it. I don't really support any candidates for the most part. I gotta actually kind of know this person or know this person personally in order to support them. So I definitely support Kaz Green. If you haven't gone out and voted already, go vote. Kaz Green is number 18. That's the lever. Get out there, 10th district. You feel what I'm saying? She's about equity. That's one of my biggest things. So we may find out and push her. Push her. Like, that's what I'm going to tell y'all too. Push her. She's somebody that you can push. Not like she's easy to be, pushed into the corner, but I'm talking about as her constituents, black folk in particular, in the 10th district, push her to do and make sure that the 10th district is equitable. That's my thing now that I want to really point to outside of, and not outside of because it's a part of it, our people being self-sustainable, being able to grow your own food, produce your own things, manufacture things, construct things, build things, create things. We need to be moving in all of these spaces about where is our equity. Because that's how you are able to operate in America. You have to have equity. So I believe she is somebody that will help black folk get equity. So vote for Kaz Green, Democratic State Rep, 10th District, number 18. Y'all got until like 8, 9 o'clock, if I'm not mistaken. So get on that. Kaz Green. So what I was about to say to this brother before he introduces himself is, so I passed both of my classes. You know what I'm saying? CCP, I did a 10-week thing. I'm taking behavioral health. It's a whole, story behind that. A lot of that has to do with my daughter. But a lot of it has to do also with the work that I do out here, that it feeds seamlessly into what I deal with when I'm dealing with young folks, when I'm dealing with adults. Because these are ways that our people have been played with in that behavioral health field, because we don't have enough representation in the field, and the things that they are talking about, the IEDs and all of that stuff. IEPs. You know what it sounds when people say it sounds like the bombs that they were utilizing, and you know what I'm saying? Because that's actually what this shit turned into when parents are not aware of what's going on with their children when they're getting these evaluations. Right, exactly, right? So I had a positive youth development class. And we just did our presentation yesterday. It was a layup for me because it was like do a program around children and what did this program look like? What did the budget look like? All of that type stuff. So I was kind of like a ringer in the jaw, but it was still a dope class. It was a group project. And then I had intro to trauma. That was my other class. So, the luck of the draw, I had the same teacher for both classes. Me and her have a decent relationship because she let me catch up on some things because I did tell her at the beginning, like the first 2 weeks, I was like, it's a lot going on in my life. Professionally, there's a lot going on. I may not be present like the first 2 classes. She rock with me. She let me do. What's up with you, bro? Yeah, I definitely know this brother, man. I know this brother. Yeah. So, you could he'll adjust the camera and you could just sit straight out front and here go the other mic. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's a dope thing, man, because this brother right here, more than anybody, like outside of my daughter, but I think the last year or so, Dr. Wilson, I call the brother Run To, but he in my phone is Dr. Wilson. I think that's very important. You know what I'm saying? I do though. That's why, listen, like I said, exactly. I tell people I got professor homies, man. I got folks that's my friends. That's PhDs and you know what I'm saying? All of that. So that group of folks, this brother in particular was one of those people ever since we met. When I came home in King Sesson, when the shit that he was saying to me, when he told me about PAR, right after PAR, he kept saying, bro, you need to go back to school. Bro, you need to go back to school. And I was like, yeah, I was in school taking care of my mom. I couldn't maintain it at the time. He's like, all right, yeah, all that's cool. All that sound great. All that, yeah, I got you. But you need to go back to school. Yeah. And I will, I appreciate that, bro, because it's like, damn, now I'm back in school. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a semester in. I'm about to, my daughter trying to get me to take 4 classes this summer, but I'm like, no, I'm going to just do 2 again because I know this summer going to be crazy in activity with what I'm doing and professionally with my nonprofit stuff, activism, whatever you want to call it. So I just wanted to tell you, man, I appreciate you, bro, because you definitely one of those people that kept it in the forefront of my mind and didn't let so many things that I'm doing as positive things keep pushing it back. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you doing this now? Oh, you doing that now? Yeah, school gonna take. No. And he was one of them dudes like, no, all the shit you doing, you can go to school too at the same time. So, yo, I appreciate you for that, bro. And I'm in a very celebratory mode because of the fact that I'm like, damn, I passed both my class. I think I got a B in both of them, if I'm not mistaken. I still got one final paper to put in my intro to trauma class. So, shout out to Brooklyn. She's somebody else that be on me about it. You know what I'm saying? Dr. Payne, definitely. He's somebody else that be on. And my daughter, man, shout out to Sakile, man, because she's somebody that motivated me because me and her was having that running conversation like, when you going back to school? When you going back to school? What y'all think I don't want to go back? Everybody keeps saying when I'm going back. Now she about to complete her 2nd semester back. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm extremely proud of her. And she's somebody like, once she went back, it was like those subtle nudges like, yeah, so when you going back to school? Like I would tell her like, yeah, I just spoke at this school or I did this group and facilitated here and did this. And she was like, well, yeah, well, when you going back to school though? Like you going back to school? Because now she in school and she could stand on her shit. And it was like, once she did that 1st semester back and that shit was like that. And now she about to complete her 2nd. I'm like, oh, all right.
Runway to get any degrees?
Huh?
I said you got a long runway to get any degrees?
Not really.
Inspiration?
Not really, because I was messing with her. She was like, you got to take more classes. You going to wind up being a career student. I'm like, well, what's up with that?
I got you.
What's up with that, though? What's up with that? That pay? I know some people that's paying.
But let me just speak to be devil's advocate.
But tell them who you are first. My bad. I went on, but I appreciate you, man. Tell them who you are first.
My name is Jonathan Wilson.
Dr. Jonathan
Wilson.
Mm-hmm. PhD.
I'm the executive director of the Fathership Foundation. I'm heavy in Southwest, SWP.
Mm-hmm.
But I came up here to see my man. I left a 5-block radius and came up here to North Philly, man, to the infamous, man, the famous Clockaware, man.
Yeah, man.
I had to get on your show, man. So
I appreciate it. And he's a returning guest. He's
my 3rd.
This, I mean, yeah, like your 4th. This like your 4th, yeah.
We
Nah,
also have
definitely.
my man in the building.
Yes,
The
yes,
reason
definitely.
why I
Let
want
them
to tell
know
y'all
who
why
you
we're
is,
here
man.
today is because everybody know I do the social services and I try to bring programs to the community
Mhm.
that can have some impact to make our lives better, even if it's in a small way.
Right.
And a lot of times we're not in. First of all, the poverty, it impacts us so much in so many ways that we don't even think about or ponder, right?
Mhm.
But it affects us in a bad way when we don't do this stuff because of the poverty. So we might not have insurance. We might not do things the way they supposed to be formally done all the time, and that includes like planning for the future and dealing with things that cost money. One of them things is insurance,
Mm.
and it's a boring topic, but it impacts everybody. When I started thinking about how I'm just having little small conversations with the homies, with you,
Mhm.
other people, just been doing man to man. Sometimes we get into insurance, but we never did anything about it. So I contacted Rue, then I contacted Jason. Jason is an insurance expert. He actually has an insurance company, and he's also the treasurer of the Fathership Foundation. So how long it's been in the making, man? Like a year and a half. We just kept like getting so busy and then not doing it. But you want to tell them a little bit about what we're going to be doing Friday, this coming up Friday 26th. Now we wanted to do just like our regular people come to our space,
Mhm.
and then we kind of discuss whatever it is, whatever the topic is, any kind of thing around community. But we thought about broadening it,
Mhm.
um, and because it's not like an exciting topic, we might do hybrid. We do half online, or we'll be there, but people can just log on
Mhm.
and kind of get that information, and we'll make that link or that recording available to them, so they'll be able to get those gems and all that wisdom and all that information out of what we're doing. So you want to talk about a little bit what that program will look like and what it'll sound like?
Yes, sir. So, as Dr. Wilson, I'm excited to say Dr. Wilson as well, too, brother. You know what I'm saying? And thank you for giving us this
No,
opportunity as well,
always,
my brother. I
man.
know you be
Yeah.
going hard in the community.
Listen, man,
You
and
know,
whenever I
I
don't
seen
want
your
to.
passion on a few
Yeah,
times.
man,
You know,
come through.
so we
Come
appreciate
through.
you for
Yeah.
giving us an audience. You know, but what we doing? I'm Jason Rodriguez, the treasurer of the Fathership Foundation. I also have my own agency, Prominent Insurance, and one of our things we're trying to increase minority participation. You know, in the industry, get more of us in there. So life insurance, we're going to be talking about discussing the misconceptions. You know, why it's important for us to have it in our households. You know, or how companies have billions of dollars of unclaimed benefits because our community don't speak to each other. You know, and you know why we even, you know, how our mind is set up to really not like insurance because we have a right to, because the way we've been treated in the insurance industry, you know. So our job is to educate people on the insurance process, how to, you know, secure, how to procure insurance process, how to purchase it, you know, and what types of insurance is beneficial for yourself and your family. So we here to give out all knowledge, drop jewels, show you how to use your policies.
Right.
You know, a lot of people don't use it, even on the insurance side, particular how we purchase insurance. A lot of times they say, hey, you have this storefront,
Right.
and the landlord say, hey, this is what I need for you to come in here and operate your business.
Right.
And you go to your local insurance and representative, and they just an order taker. They taking what you got from your landlord,
Right.
but half the time they're not having a discussion with you to see what you need. And then in the event of a claim, the only person gets paid is your landlord.
Right.
And you say, hey, what else? What I was paying all this insurance for? I'm not
Right.
getting
I ain't
anything
getting
out of
nothing
it.
out of this
You know,
junk.
so they haven't been talking. So we try to educate individuals, talk to them, and learn about their situation, like a lawyer would be, or a doctor. You know, take that approach, the consultant approach, to give them a proper understanding of what they need and what they don't need, and whether you can afford it or it can, you know, right now. But you know what your vulnerabilities are.
Right.
You know, that's our job.
Are
And
you
we're gonna be
Are you
dropping those
talking
jewels.
about all insurance? Or are you just talking about life
Yeah,
insurance?
we do all
or-
insurance. So
All
I
right,
want
okay.
I want to give
Yeah.
them the eyes, but we're gonna be discussing life insurance in particular.
Right.
But just giving them the idea of how you supposed to procure all insurances
Got
as
you.
well. You know,
Yeah,
what I
because
mean?
it's like, you know, you have the reason why I asked that, because we're gonna definitely talk about the life insurance, but the reason why I asked that is because it's like you might have insurance through your job. People don't be understanding the insurance that they have, like you said. So the job might tell me I got a certain insurance. Boom, they taking a certain amount out of my check. So that's one thing. That's one thought process that people battle. I need the insurance, but that hit on my check is crazy. Like I'm a gamble. You know what I'm saying? So that's one mindset I want you to kind of speak to if y'all ever speak to that. Like, how do you get people over the hump of believing like I need my money right now? Like I can't let them take. I know something can happen. I know I need insurance, but I can't take that hit of $290 or $300, whatever it is, from my paycheck. So that's one. The other thing is when you do have insurance, a lot of people. How do you help people? What are the easiest apps, places they can come, people they could talk to kind of, if I do got an insurance policy through my job, can you explain to me what it really has? Because I could sit in a training or a seminar or a presentation that the insurance company does through my job, because my job want to be transparent, have the insurance company come to the job, explain all of their stuff to us. But I don't think people really be, it's almost like it's just a job requirement that I got to come to and listen to these people talk about insurance. Yeah. You know what I mean? Until I need it and I find out it don't have dental, it don't cover your dental.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You thinking insurance it cover everything, or it don't cover the glasses, or the kids is not covered. So, one, do y'all do anything about that mindset that's hard to fight with the whole? I don't want to give up that $290 a month. I could use that in my house right now. Yeah. You know, how do you help people navigate that? Because that's the reason why a lot of people don't have insurance on that level. And then, where can we go? If not to y'all, I'm assuming to y'all, for that type of insurance to get broke down to me. Like, I got insurance through my job. What do it cover? What don't it cover? So forth and so on. Is there other places I can go? Can I not take this insurance and y'all can help me find another insurance that I could supplement with my income somehow? You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you mainly talking about when they come out your check from employers, that's health insurance.
Right.
But we don't deal with health insurance per se.
Okay.
We deal with property and casualty. That's auto, home, business, and life
Got
insurance.
You. All right.
But health insurance, they getting that from the
yeah.
rip,
That's
bro.
That's another joint. That's another joint.
That's
off the joint.
But those misconceptions that you discuss consist of all types of insurance.
Okay.
People don't want to pay their car insurance. People don't want to pay their life insurance. They're like, why do I need this? So those are misconceptions that we basically have to rebuttal. Like because for instance, life insurance in particular, that's a love product.
Right.
It helps you build legacy for the future. Leaving something behind so somebody can build the business, somebody can do things, can go to school as you were just alluding to, without worrying about paying their rent, making sure this is paid, their car note, things of that nature, leaving that financial responsibility off the table, because that's what stops us from doing a lot of things.
Right.
We don't have the resources to do it. But financial life insurance in particular gives you those resources. If the money is, if they doing it the proper way, it gives your child, hey, I want to go pursue that doctor's degree. I want to go pursue that, but I can't because I got to pay this rent. I got to do this. I got to do that. I don't have time to do anything else. But if somebody say, listen, man, I'm paying for all your college and paying for your room and board. I'm paying for all your meals. Right. Go do what you got to do. That's a different conversation.
Yeah, that's definitely a different conversation.
Now what's your excuse?
Right.
To do the things that you desire. Hey, you wanted to start that business? I got here goes a year full of all your bills paid, concentrating on building your business. Oh wow!
So and so you talking legacy? Yes. Being at a past that trying to create or start or maintain some level of generational wealth. Yes, sir. So, but it's also a mindset. Like, it's not even a mindset. It's a thing that has been. Yeah, it is a mindset that has been given to us that we are short-term thinkers. Yeah. Folks be like, what? What are we talking about? Yeah. Like, why would I? You know what I mean? So my question to that is, how do you turn it into money? And what I mean by that is people be like, can you borrow off of it? Because I've heard those things. I don't know if they are true. I've heard they apply in certain situations. Yes, but that's what people want to know. Like, that's what people want, because it's like, you talking about some long-term shit. I don't even know if these kids going to do right by the money or whoever I'm leaving it to. So now the thing is, how do I use this as another thing to borrow off of or turn into collateral?
Yeah, so there's different policies, and you know, so you have term, you have whole, you got different policies, but usually the ones that generate cash value is the ones like whole. You got index IULs, which is big right now. So those are the ones that carry cash value. But insurance per se for the person that's purchasing it is not an investment. So it's an investment for your children. It's just a place to store cash in a lot of places as well. So investing per se, having that mindset. So that's something that we have to deal with personally, because in our community, like even when I grew up, my dad had a good job. He had things for me. So a lot of times it's like, hey, I don't know what my children may do, or I may need to use it, so I can't tell them about it because I don't want to look forward to something and it ain't gonna happen anyway. Because our situations demand many different obstacles that we go through, being black in particular, you know. So it's a mindset that we have to combat it. But I say, listen, you got all of these ancillary things that you pay for, these apps, your cell phone. I say match your cell phone bill. You know, if your cell phone bill is $50, match that. Your cell phone bill is $100. You should be able to do that. You know, because you can't leave them anything. You know, from yourself. What you gonna leave them, an unlimited plan? You know? You know what I'm saying? Hey, you got
and that's a wild thing, because life insurance, I feel like plays into gentrification to a certain level, on a certain level. You know what I mean? And it's like, damn, people are being left in homes and it's not going to anybody. And I think that's how people are like looking at life insurance, is like, all right, I see all of this in my community where people are basically dying in these homes with nobody to give them to, nobody to pass them on to. And that's the same thing. That's the same mindset as life insurance to a lot of people, because they're looking at older people. You did all of this work and nobody, it's left for somebody else to just take it. You know what I'm saying? And that, like, that's like a part of the life insurance conversation too. You see all of this property in Uptown. You see it all over the city. You see it in almost every city, with older people being left to these houses and nobody, like, where is the kids at? You know, where are the grandchildren at? You know what I'm saying? So this is what they're learning. This wave, my generation and lower, I would say, because I'm 46. So my generation and lower is looking at it like, I'm not doing. Some of us talk about legacy, but most of us don't. And they not buying into no life insurance policy for their kids.
I think one thing that's a problem in our community is that we don't experience a lot of things. So think about the experience of somebody getting an insurance payout and then setting their family up or paying off some bills or keeping the family business going. We need to create more of that, because that's not, people don't have it in there. They have no reference. They can't say, well, my aunt Sally, I remember then when Grandpa died, I see what it did. So they have a firsthand experience on how insurance can help them. Most of the time when I heard about insurance, it was watching I was that ID Discovery. Them Johns, the true crime Johns.
Right, I know what you're talking about.
It's like all them people be dying, they be scheming for the insurance.
Yeah,
and that's what. But it's
no, that's a real thing.
But listen, like it's a.
That's the Johns that fuck everything up.
Yeah, but I've seen, so it's really the main. It's a popular thing, a popular story that they did this and tried to poison them on over time with
that was a crazy that was a crazy misconception about insurance, because you've seen a few cases of people not really understanding insurance and like killing people. Like I seen that before. Like you killing this man ain't had no real insurance policy. Like you watching some TV shit. You and your fucking whoever you cheating with, y'all gonna go kill this boy. Yeah, and he ain't had nothing.
But that was a good point that Dr. Wilson just made. Like most of us don't have references.
Yes.
If you seen how it set another family up, those that have those references, they really believe in it in the community.
The reference got TV.
That's why other cultures, they really believe in it, like the Caucasians, because they see how it works.
Exactly.
They see how they build generational wealth. But you and I, we never had nobody. Oh, you see how when he died, he got $500,000 and they was able to buy that home, move, and set themselves up. Then you be like, I got to get it on me, so I can do that. Because when you start to care, like you just referencing your daughter. So we all have people we love, whether they're on the right path or not. you know, it may be a time they wake up to the reality.
Yeah,
'Cause I
when that-
wasn't always that person. That,
Right.
I was hard headed. I'm still hard headed to an extent.
When that
You know?
when that frontal lobe calcifies, they might make some better decisions. But but what I was gonna say alongside of the point that you made is the other reference we see is the family fighting over the shit.
Yeah,
And
one thing
I've had, and don't forget your thought. I've had my daughter's grandmom decide to do a reverse mortgage because she don't want them fighting over the crib. That's one of the reasons. But it's like that's the same thing with a life insurance policy. It's like
Yeah.
I just want enough for y'all to bury me because otherwise y'all going to act crazy about it. So that's like the other reference that we have in these generations under mine. Like
I think
these
we
niggas
need
ain't gonna
more-
do nothing. This is gonna be a reason for somebody to snake somebody. We gonna be fighting over
there
this
needs
shit.
to-
I'm not leaving them this shit for it to go
But
down
you can
like
design
that.
these policies is so flexible now. You could design policies.
Mhm.
Say, hey, I want to give you this amount. I want to give you a percentage. I want to give. So it's no argument.
Right.
You know what I mean? You may be you gonna argue with me. I'm gone. My dad only left me this
Yeah,
much.
and that, but
you
that's
know?
and that's
But
the
other
thing.
than
That's that information
Well,
again. Because
yeah.
I don't think everybody knows that. Like
Yeah.
you could really put this shit down to the percentages.
you
Like
put it in
I
play.
want you to have 5,000. You gonna get the house. You gonna get this. You know what I'm saying?
But
Can
you? Know,
you?
but
I'm
even in
not
our-
saying
even
that
in
the
our-
insurance
even in
is
our
broke down like
community-
that,
even
but
in
you
our
know what I'm
community,
saying.
Period, bro. It was never financial planning. Like
Right.
planning
I was gonna
for
say that.
planning for your future. It's never like you see big guys like Prince and them. They didn't have a will. Like you would think these guys
Right.
have it all together, and they don't. But
Mhm.
you know, because that's not taught to us
At
You
all.
know, hey,
No reference
you know,
again.
plan your life out. You know, start putting things in order right now. You know, be able to budget your bills. This is
Mhm.
simple, basic things we not taught in our households.
Mhm.
So when it comes to life insurance, we're like, I don't need that at all,
Right.
because we haven't been taught the benefits of it. We
Mhm.
haven't seen, as Dr. Wilson said, I'm gonna keep going to references of how it's been used, how we were able to capitalize on these policies to build wealth or put myself in a position that I wouldn't be necessarily in if I didn't have that.
Right.
You know, because it feels good. I mean, you know, no passing of anybody feels good, but if somebody came with a $500,000 check, that'd
Make it better.
That'd make it better.
I mean, it's soothes.
Listen,
I mean,
man,
it'll help you
in the
still,
matrix,
bro, like,
listen,
it makes
in
it
the
all
matrix
better.
that we live in, man, whenever it's like cheddar, money makes everything better, man. I'm telling you, how you perceive money is the problem. How you even can utilize. But when you bring money into a situation to be able to do more, it always makes the situation better. Like it don't make you smarter though.
I was gonna say this.
It don't make you smarter.
When I was a young boy, I would think about just having my life in order and being structured. And insurance was something I always wanted to have, but even as a teen, the first thing that go by the wayside, because it's like you're young, and you figure I'm going to live forever. You're not really thinking
I'm not
about
giving these
death.
people my money.
But one of the benefits of having life insurance is that it's more beneficial for younger people, so they can do that investing that you spoke of. If you want to speak to that, like if like a younger couple, you know, they're married, just like ideally, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so younger people, you know, like he said, is less
cheaper,
expensive.
right?
It's cheaper
Yeah.
because what people
They
don't
healthier.
understand too is it's you got to qualify for life insurance. It's like the younger you are, the healthier you are. So you may say, hey, I'm going to wait until I get 40 or 30, and you may not even qualify because you have
and that's a good jump.
illnesses that came upon you. So the younger you are, and then it builds, because as we understand, compound, as Einstein said, is the eighth wonder of the world. And all of that, dude, them little $50 payments you was doing at 20, you know, compounding over time, because a lot of these companies that we deal with is mutual companies, and they give dividends, and they give interest on their money, and it's usually 4 or 5% annually. So that $50, and then also you paying it at 20 years old, you paying $100 a month, just say $50 to $100 a month, you got $500,000 of death benefit as well, and you paying that $50 a month constantly. And by the time you get 40 years old, you look back, you're like, wow, this generated some cash in this joint.
No,
And
definitely.
I wasn't even thinking about it. And what it does also is if you got a big enough death benefit and you got family, you can spend down what you have been making So if you got a couple hundred, you got money in the bank, you can spend that down. Don't got to leave them anything and just wait for you to pass and give them the life insurance.
Right.
You know, enjoy your future, your labor.
Yeah, see that's the information people
You understand
definitely
what I'm
want to
saying?
know.
Like, hey, I've been working hard. I got my child. You gonna get my life insurance, but this money I'm making currently is all mine.
Right.
You know, I can help you where we can, but I'm spending all this down, come and live, and then when I die, you get that whatever is my death benefit.
Right.
It's all you.
So where, like you said, qualifying. This is very important, and I asked people this before because I'm a returning citizen. How does that play for somebody that been in prison?
So yeah, a lot of these conservative companies, because life insurance is not a product like, you know, so that's the misconceptions too. I tell people you don't want to look for the cheapest in life insurance because you need this company to be around for 40, 50 years. It ain't like auto insurance. You could jump from Geico to Progressive to Nationwide. You can't look at it like that when it comes to life insurance because you want this policy to be around for 40 to 50 years. So you want to pick a conservative company, a company that does great underwriting, a company that's been around for 100 years, paid out dividends. A lot of things that we go over with a client as well. And when it comes to backgrounds, because, you know, not many of us black individuals don't have a background. So it depends on what the background is and how long it's been, because they look at that as a negative. Why? Because if you have a background, you may be still in criminal activity and you don't get, you know, you could be a victim. You know, if you're a victim, they're gonna pay you out. But if you are in, a lot of times what happens in our community is that somebody got life insurance on a person, and they was in pursuit of a crime, and you don't pay out. No insurance pays out if it's crime related. Meaning that if I was the one that did the crime, but if I'm the victim, then I get paid out. But if I was the one that did the crime and I got killed in that exchange, they're not. I don't care how much the policy is. They're not gonna pay that out. You know.
And what this because we about to be short on time, we about to be out. But when you said like they have a bunch of unclaimed like policies, money, you said that when you first was telling us what you was doing. How does that work out? How does that play out? The unclaimed money, like you say, people have unclaimed policies. Yeah,
you know, because it's just like in our communities, we not transparent. We don't like to tell people about what do we have because we think they may knock us off, you know? So what happens is in the insurance companies, it just goes unclaimed because insurance companies don't know that you're dead. They're not looking for you. You know what I'm saying? They're not looking for you. They just know, oh, damn, they ain't paying no more premium, so we're going to either paid up in full, or if it's not paid in full, they just cancel the policy and you got cash in there because they don't know what your situation is. Nobody reached out to them and they're not gonna look for you. They're gonna think you just canceled. They just gonna think you canceled your policy or you just didn't pay.
Definitely up.
You know, and they got billions of dollars that they're not. You know, so if I don't know, because a lot of times what we get with individuals too is like, damn, they call over. They go into grandma's house, try to look at policies. Those expired. They calling everybody like, hey, is this policy still active? Is this policy still active? Because those communicate. But like I said, with this software, they got tools where you can put everything in, and then when something happens, the beneficiary gets notification. You know, they find out everything that you have here, your checking accounts. We got to get organized with that. These things, it's just basic financial responsibility that we all must be. It's just life insurance is a part of it. But if you're not transparent with your people, then they're not gonna know about it anyway.
Nah, nothing. It's because there's a difference between being secretive and private. And secretive is very dangerous.
Just tell the people how they can get that info, man.
Yeah, because that's what I want to know. Where do they come to get the info? What is like? Are y'all
so we need you to come down to the Fathership Foundation this Friday. This Friday, come down to the Fathership Foundation.
What time?
5 o'clock, 5 to 7:30.
We're gonna feed y'all.
What's the address? Give them the address.
1946 South 65th Street, right with the 13 Charlie turn going up.
Yeah, right in the middle of the hood, not on Broad Street, not on Lancaster Avenue.
You're safe. You're safe though.
In the hood though.
It's a safe. It's a safe space.
And I'm not saying it from the safety standpoint. What I'm saying, and I always give him these props, like he got his organization in the middle of where it needs to be at.
Yes, sir.
The rest of us, we on Broad Street, we on Market Street, we downtown. Our main place where people come, it ain't in the neighborhood. So I always say that it's in the hood because like that's where our organization's really supposed to be at. This supposed to be a signature of this community of something that serves them. You know what I'm saying? When they come by, they know they can come in here and get some type of service. You know,
even when you say the hood, it gives a negative connotation. We got to make that.
I got you.
You know I got you.
Like, I got you. But I definitely wasn't saying it from that standpoint. Like y'all got to be scared because I be down there. I come down there. You know what I mean?
Culture too. Like peaceful culture.
Yeah, and that's
Even though we
important.
write
That
history, we created the culture.
exactly,
We create what's good, you know what I'm saying?
exactly.
So,
Is it? This is a institution.
mhm.
Like we need to be, like we say, we nation building other cultures. We need to have institutions. This is a black ran institution organization in the community that is serving. It's not like come downtown and holler at us. If you can make it downtown, you
Right, yeah.
like no, we right here. Like they
Put you on
always say,
calendar. We did.
meet people where they at. It don't get no better than that if you say I'm gonna put my organization right in the middle or where the people at that need me. So that's why I always say that. But I know exactly what you're saying. Like we do need to have a different jargon about this.
So we're gonna be there the 26th. We are going to most likely do a Zoom as well for people in other parts of the city that might not be able to get there. You know, it's Friday, you're getting off work. You might have planned to go there and then you couldn't. So we'll have that. Will it be Zoom? What
Yeah,
will
link.
that be? It'll be a link.
Yeah, we have a link where you can see it live and also the recording as well. We'll send you the recording.
Oh, all right. So you can come there,
And it's
watch it
gonna be
on
ongoing.
Zoom,
It's
or
gonna
you
be
come there, be
ongoing.
on Zoom, or get the recording.
So there's a lot like today,
Mhm.
as your viewers have seen and witnessed that the insurance and the details about insurance and the requirements, it's a lot of information to cover. There's no way we can do that from 5 to 7.
No.
So we're going to be talking about specific issues around insurance, and also the most important thing, you will be able to enroll in some life insurance with Jason. We're prominent.
Okay.
At the end of the day, he will be making that, facilitating that for you and your family. Especially, you know, us at the Fathership Foundation, we're always trying to empower our fathers, empower our communities. All about empowerment. Let people do what they're going to do. Once you empower them, they're going to run with it. All dunks, no layups. So it's important that we get this information to our country, to our community, so that they start to reap the benefits of insurance.
That information apartheid, we gotta eliminate that.
We all are going to pass. It's just
Yeah.
a matter of when.
That's right.
And then we need to be, as men, we need to let our, I can't say let, I'm not saying, but we need to do what we got to do as far as, you know what I'm saying? Like,
No doubt.
doing what we have to do to make sure our legacy and our children live on in safety. And sometimes, look, we live in the jungle as far as economics. Your family will be homeless, bro. You dead, you can't get up and go make it happen. So that's one of the other reasons it's important for us to have
definitely
insurance, because, and also this last thing that me and Jason talked about some time ago, also me and you too, Ru, is about sustaining generational wealth. Like, say, things could be on the downturn when somebody passed, and then they passed and they got that windfall and shored the whole entire family up with some properties, rents, investments, you know, and that could save the family. But what if the dad or mom or whoever didn't have that insurance? So it's important to have that insurance. We're going to make sure that we get that information too.
So the thing for me is always changing culture. We need to change culture so we can have those reference points that my brother's talking about, so that can be passed on. It's not something that's looked at with like some anxiety, paranoia, caution, like, why am I doing this? Like, nah, it becomes the culture. Like, this is just how we do in our family. Like, I got insurance because my dad had insurance and his grandfather had insurance. So we wanted to be more like that in our community. Again, shout out to these brothers. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the Fathership Foundation. Friday, 5 to 7:30. 5 to 7:30, Fathership Foundation.
You can go to real time. You can always find out what we're doing. We post a lot, and you can see what we're doing right there at Fathership Foundation on Instagram.
Nah, definitely. So this is PSA, Philly Service Announcement, Takeover Tuesday, Takeover Love, Support Great Social Activism, Resources, and Art. I am the assist. Shout out to my co-host, Nick, Raw Cannon. Shout out to all the cannons. The exec, Mild. Yo, man, you should be better by now, man. Get your ass together. I should see you at basketball tonight. That's what we doing out here. We out, man. I love black people.